Hello, this is your former governor, Arnold. I want to show you a new feature in CalAgPermits. Online registrations are now available for every county. I will show you how to configure online registrations F and how to use it. Buckle up. First, there are new permissions dealing with online registrations. Make sure the appropriate users have those new permissions assigned. The new permissions are: can manage registration configurations. This is a permission to configure your county settings relating to online registrations. Can manage registration, year switchover date. Can send registrations reminder emails. Allows a user to use the batch email functionality to send out reminder emails to registrants. Can manage registration forms and can manage registration list round up the new permissions. Let's take a look at the online registration configuration. Go to the admin menu, then registration admin. The Manage Registration Licensee Types allows you to select which license type requires registration in your county and which ones you want to allow to register online. Simply go through all the various license types and check the ones that require registration. This setting also drives the display of the registration display on inspection forms. The registration date is not displayed in those cases. Then for those license types that require registration, you can check the Allow Online Registration check marks, which licenses you want to allow online registration. To customize the registration form, you go to the second administration page, Manage Registration Forms. Here you can customize what information you want to collect during the registration process. When you are happy with the registration form, click on the Save an AMPI Approve form. You have to approve a registration form before the registration is active. You can see the approval status for each license type in the middle column, right there. To configure the registration fees, click on the link for Manage Registration Fee. Enter the appropriate fee amounts for the desired scenarios. Click the pencil symbol on the right to change the registration amounts. With the Manage Required Documents link, you can modify the list of documents relevant to the registration. Adding a document will present a placeholder to the registrantee to upload a document. Furthermore, you can choose to make this document mandatory for the registration. With the Manage Registration Email Templates, you can modify templates to be used to send out emails to registrants. At the bottom, there is a list of codes you can use to add placeholders for your email. Manage Registration. Notification emails determines which county users will receive notification emails for incoming registrations. You can assign a different list of users for each district or select no district if a registration does not belong to any district. Only emails from county users can be selected. So, if you want to use a generic shared inbox as recipient, you would need to create a user account for that email address. With Manage Registration Back emails, you can send out an email to specific registrants for a given email template. Finally, the Manage Registration Year Switchover Date lets you determine at which date you want to switch over the registration period to the next year. The final configuration setting can be found under the System Configuration. Further down in the list, you can see the setting for Mark Online Registrations as paid upon county approval. Check this will set the registration status to paid as soon as the county staff accepts a registration. This is useful for counties who will only review and accept or reject an registration when they receive payment. If you want the registration to go into a payment pending status upon exception, let's uncheck this option. And once we go through the registration process, this setting will make more sense. To get an overview of the registration status of licensees, navigate to Admin, then Registration List. This screen has a few settings on the top of the screen to quickly change your query. Keep in mind that you can also use the filter function at the header to filter down to desired results. With the buttons on the top right, you can send out emails to selected registrants. Now, in the browser on the right, I am logged in as a county staff. The section for registration renewals shows 0 pending registrations. The left-hand browser shows CalAgPermits for a web user with a pending registration. On the home page, you can see a section for my registrations listing my licenses that require registration with their cost and status. Let's kick off the registration process by clicking on the registration required link. Confirm with the Register button. The registrant fills out the information on the registration form. Some of the fields are mandatory, so let me quickly fill those out. Darn it! I am not good with these stupid computers. Clicking on the Generate application creates a PDF version and downloads it to your computer. The user can now sign the PDF. Note the bottom of the form list, all the documents that can be uploaded. I can attach and upload the signed application and my license card. Finally, click on the form is complete. Submit to County button. The application is now submitted to the county and back on the county side. The pending registration shows up on the home page. Also keep in mind that emails are sent out to county staff in the notification list. The county staff clicks on the red number 1 to bring up the list of pending registration applications. Clicking on the link awaiting approval brings up the application details. At the bottom, you can click on the attachments to take a look at the attached documents. The first document is the signed application form, and the second document is the license card. For the sake of this demonstration, let's reject this application. I write my rejection reason in the review notes field. I then click on the button called Reject to officially send the application back to the registrant. In the county browser, the counter for the pending application goes back to 0, and the browser for the registrant shows the application in rejected status. The registrant can view the review notes from the county staff, correct the issues with the application, and resubmit the application. Again, the county staff can view an outstanding pending application on their dashboard. Reviewing the information, the county staff now approves the registration. The registration now goes into status payment pending, according to the system settings we defined earlier. Once the payment is received, I navigate to the registration list to filter for approved registrations with a pending payment. Clicking on the link on the right, I can document how the payment has been received. This status is also reflected on the registrant side, with the registration showing as paid. Okay, this should give you a good idea how the new online registration works in CalAgPermits. I have to run to the set of my new Terminator movie. But don't worry, I'll be back.